You know, when I was 23, I read an article that said whatever you want in write it down on paper and be as specific as possible. So I took a letter, wrote it down with as much specificity as possible, what I wanted in a mate. I said she had to be such and such size. She had to be this height. She had to look like this. She had to have XYZ going. I took the letter, put it in an envelope, placed a stamp on it, wrote on the front of it, God. I mailed it off. About 5 to 6 months later, a buddy of mine introduced me to his sister, with whom I am friends with till this day. We started dating, and she crushed me. I was so broken that I began to lose hair on the side of my head. Half of my head was bald, and the other half was full of hair. I began to lose it. I was crushed because I prayed for something, and I asked God to give it to me, but my character couldn't handle what he gave to me. And sometimes we ask God for a mate, but the question then becomes, are you ready for when that mate comes? I was at my lowest point. I was vulnerable. She was at her highest point, and she crushed me. I fell apart. I was deeply destroyed, yet God answered my prayer. This is probably only the 4th time that I'm telling this story, but I'm here to tell you that sometimes we ask God for things that our character can't match or hold. And we ask God for things out of our flesh that maybe our flesh can handle, but our character can't. Sometimes you just need to ask God, let thine will be done. Because half the time, we don't know what we want in a mate. Our taste buds change from day to day. 1 minute you want somebody that's driving a BMW, and yet you find yourself settling for somebody who's driving a Volkswagen. Just make sure that whenever you ask God for something, you always ask him, let thine will be done. She and I are still friends till this day. She and I are friends till this day. But I'm here to tell you, whenever you ask God for something, make sure that your character can handle it. Because he answers prayers just to let us know what you think you need, you really don't. Always remember to ask God, let your will be done, but not my own. Trust me, that heartbreak, I would never wish that even on my enemy.